just edit them out?
It's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay, great.
Alrighty, so this is week 2 of Days Till Dragon Con. We missed, well, technically week 3. So week 2 of follow-ups. We missed you last week because of scheduling conflicts, we're going to call it.
Sorry. My mom's modeling pants for me. I'm trying to multitask. So yeah.
So I know you mentioned that you might have to cut out a costume.
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, I was really excited because I wanted to do the Disney Sailor Scout costume because those drawings are amazing. But I'm definitely gonna have to cut those. So as of right now, I'm just gonna be working on the female Hades and Princess Mononoke.
Okay.
So if by chance there's like a miracle where I have time to make a third costume within like the next 2 weeks, then, but as of right now, I don't see it happening.
Yeah. Which, boo.
I know, because I was going back and forth between Mulan and Ariel, but I fell in love with the Mulan costume, I think, a little more, just, with the face paint and the kimono style top, and it was really pretty.
That one was really, really nice.
Yeah. Just not sure if I was going to be able to execute it. I'm sure I would be able to sew something, but probably not as amazing as that.
But it's all about actually doing it and then learning new skills and getting better each time and stuff like that. So I think you would have done fine. But
hopefully if there's time for something. But
yeah.
I'm hoping, I feel like I picked 2 very simple costumes. So it's just making the dress for the female Hades, which shouldn't be too difficult to do. And I'm just going to do some body paint to match the skin color, as well as do, I'm trying to do an ombre type lips where it's going to be, just blue within the center, and it's going to fade out into black.
Nice.
Yeah. I want to do that and hopefully do a really funky wig. I was looking at a bunch of pictures the other day, but I don't know if I really want to stay with the Disney version of Hades where it's straight up as a flame. I wanted to add more of a feminine touch to it, so more of I guess like an updo with like a side part. Just the goal is to be very seductive, sensual, sexy. She's supposed to be that, sexy evil character, so hopefully I can do it. We'll see.
That sounds really cool. And one of our sponsors is Art Away, and you get a gift certificate to help you with that.
Yes, that's amazing news, really exciting. So thank you so much for the gift certificate. That's really amazing.
Art is awesome. I use them for all of my cosplay hair needs.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Yeah, they're
so
really...
all your previous cosplay, that's where you picked up your wigs, because those are really nice wigs.
Yeah, for like the last 2 or 3 years, yeah. When I first found out about them.
Yeah, no, all your pictures have definitely shown, and I'm very like picky with like wigs for costumes. They have to look very nice. I like to walk around with very cheapy looking headpiece.
It has a really big impact on what the overall costume ends up looking like.
Absolutely.
So, have you started your costumes yet?
I haven't started my costumes because I've been so busy. I've been freaking out every time I go on Facebook because I see like countdowns, or I see like these memes where, let me pray to the old and new gods. I get my costumes done before Dragon Con. And I'm like, when I see that, I look at my calendar And I look at my schedule. I'm just like, oh my god, crap! I gotta get all my work done in time. But actually, what I've been doing is looking up tutorials. So since I haven't had the time to sit down and sew, I have been doing a lot of research with videos. I came across one video for super beginners where it's a girl named Whitney Sews on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard of her?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, and I've actually followed a couple of her tutorials, and she's very straightforward, and it's been very easy to follow along, as well as Crafty Gemini. She's another good seamstress. She's very crafty, amazing. So I've gotten a lot of really cool ideas for those two YouTubers, and I was watching Whitney Sews the other day, and she was just talking about the whole basics behind cosplaying, and you don't necessarily have to know or be an expert with the types of fabrics, but you really want to go in with a plan
Yes.
when shopping for your materials. So she emphasized watching clips and scenes, or pictures, jotting down specific colors that you would need, as well as seeing if the material is active. So when the character is in motion, does the material look heavy? Does it look light? Is it flowing? So it's not something that I would have initially thought of, but I think it's very important, because you don't want to pick up something, for example, for female Hades, I don't want to end up picking something like a heavy cotton that looks very weighted on me and doesn't make me look sensual. So,
Right.
with Grecian style costumes, it's very flowy. There's a fluidity behind it, and it's very airy. So it looks like you could just gracefully move about. So, things like that, and just not being afraid to pick up the fabric, unroll it, and move it around and feel it, and very helpful so far. So I've been jotting down everything that I've needed to keep going, and
Plans are definitely helpful.
yeah, I'm pretty I'm not a planning girl with that. I'm very visual, where it's just okay. I need this, this, and that. I'll remember it in my mind, and I go get it done. But I feel like if I want to execute like a very perfect costume where I have everything, and I don't make extra trips because I forgot to jot it down, and I'll have a really good costume, and time is very important. We're coming to the finish line, and I haven't started, so I'm gonna make sure I'm avoiding 10 stops to the craft store.
Yeah, that when they start to know you,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, that time of year again.
Yeah. It becomes a problem. Like, hey, good to see you again. I know you saw me like 2 days ago. No, Sarah, we don't have this material in. I know you asked me 2 days ago.
And still no.
Yeah.
Here's our number. Just call us next time.
Yeah. Because that definitely is something that would happen to me.
So, what, if anything, do you think you'll be able to work on next week?
I'm definitely going to start doing some paper mache with the Princess Mononoke mask. I've already picked up just a flat surface bowl. My next stop is to go to AC Moore and pick up a giant gallon of paint. Not paint, excuse me, glue.
Right.
So I need glue, and I think it's varnish. I'm not too sure. It's a finisher to put over to, so nothing starts to peel and whatnot. I did a test run a couple of years ago with a project that I never finished, and I was working on a Puerto Rican styled African mask. It's very colorful. things that they use for carnival season and for the Christmas season. And I ended up using flour and water, and it came out really nice. Everything hardened right away, and I just didn't like using food because it started to chip, and I was worried about mold growing on it, so I
Mhm.
kind of ditched that idea, and I feel like it was better to just use glue instead.
That might be a little easier.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's it.
All right. Sounds good. So hopefully, by next week, I have a little more done because, oh my God, it's June 26th. Hyperventilating. There's like no time.
No, there's zero time.
Yeah, no, my concern right now is to make sure that I'm making costumes that can fit in my luggage.
Yes.
And that was something that it didn't dawn on me right away. So I was like, "Oh, cool, I really want to do this project. Oh, how about this?" And then I was like, "Wait a second. How am I going to get this on an airplane?" So it was just like, let me kind of stick to costumes that I can put together nicely and fold it and pop it into maybe a carry-on. Just bring it over. Keep it small. Keep it small.
If you can manage to go to Dragon Con with just a carry-on, I would be so friggin' impressed.
That calls for a tutorial.
Yes. And
Just
I
saying,
don't
packing
know.
for Dragon Con.
That's just oh god. I'm having flashbacks. Last year took me like 4 days to pack
4 days.
because I refused to put more stuff to add another bag. I had a carry-on and my regular checked luggage. I was not adding another bag. I needed to make sure I got everything in
Oh my
those
gosh.
two bags. And two of my costumes had armor pieces. They were like
Oh
Russian nesting
no.
dolls, like one into the other.
Oh my gosh.
So I have to put the arm pieces in the leg pieces. Oh
I
gosh.
listen. I just can't even imagine when we're going through check, and it's going through like an X-ray machine.
Yes.
They're like, "What's in your bag, miss?"
The
Looks like
TSA,
armor.
the TSA stopped me because I had my repair kit in my
Carry
carry-on,
on. Yeah.
and I had a heat gun and a hot glue gun in the same thing. And I saw it go through the X-ray, and I was like, "Oh, that looks like just a gun." Fuck. And my friend looks at me, and her eyes are all big. She's like, "Shit." So,
Janelle, what are you doing to me?
so they're like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "It's a heat gun. It's just a heat gun. I swear to God. Look, trust me, you'll take it out, and it has a plug on it. It's gonna be fine." It
Oh my
wasn't even the
gosh.
heat gun that they were concerned about, which is way bigger. It was my hot glue gun.
Oh my gosh.
They had to take it in the back and test it for God knows what.
Oh, of
Or get
course.
it back to me.
Oh my gosh. And were you delayed in your flight?
No,
No,
no.
okay. All right. That's all that
I get to
matters.
the airport so friggin' early. I still had 2 hours to wait. It was fine.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
But
good.
it's just in case. If you're traveling with costumes, get there extra, extra, extra,
Extra
freaking
early. Oh my
extra.
gosh. That's good to know.
Because they look at us like we're crazy people.
I think I'm gonna. I think with Princess Mononoke, I think I have a sphere. I have to look. I forgot already. That's gonna be maybe create like a collapsible sphere. I really don't know. We'll figure something out, but
Or maybe
transporting
something
something
that
like that.
screws in the middle.
Right.
Maybe.
So we'll see.
There's still time.
Yeah, hopefully. No,
There's no time.
I know. I know. I have like a couple of hours during the day, and then I'm busy with a lot of stuff in the afternoon. So I'm just kind of like small gap every day. Just like, oh God.
So much for teachers having the summer off.
Tell me about it. Yeah, you want to talk about busy? There's no break. No break for us. We're always on the go, like nonstop.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you get to whichever busy person thing you have next to do,
All right, sounds good. It was great talking to you.
and we'll talk again next week.
All right, sounds good. See you then.
Alrighty.
All right, bye.